All right, so Mike with M&R Customs. We're working on a 2006 Hyundai Sonata here. We're doing the upper control arms. Here's the upper control arm right here. As you can see, it's all completely broken inside. And it's making a lot of noise, so when you're going over bumps and whatnot, it's making a lot of metal noise. And a lot of people, they misdiagnose it thinking that it's a strut. Now the struts can be bad, but when you're making that lot of noise, it's going to be a ball joint that's going to be bad, whatnot. So everything you got to do to actually get it out. So there's your new one right here. So as you can see that the bolts that are in here, they're coming out together. They're not going outwards like on some of the trucks. So you literally have to remove the strut to actually get the bolts out, because the bolts will end up hitting the actual strut, and then you end up having more of an issue than you did in the first place. So what you got to do is, you got the lower strut mount, which is just like on the Hondas, and that's a 19 that you got to take out from this right here. You got to take a 17 bolt, which is right here, that lines up with this little indention right here. So you got to make sure that you put the strut back on correctly so it lines up with that indention. And you pretty much can't screw it up, because you have that little tip that's coming out. It looks like a T, and that T goes right in there, where the screw goes in through. So that way you can't screw that up. And then just remove that one first before you undo your strut, because you're not gonna be able to get the strut down if you remove the strut first and then try to take that off. So it's just like the Hondas. You just pop that off first, and then you undo the strut. You just knock that down. Also, you got to remove the sway bar link that's attached to right here. That was a little bit of a pain in the ass, because it was frozen on. So you have to get a 17. So you got to hold the nut behind, then you got to take a breaker bar and break it loose. If yours isn't stuck, then it's just a 17, bam, you just knock that thing out. And then make sure that you support your steering knuckles, so that way you don't pull your axle out of place. If you do, just turn the axle until you feel it pop back in place, and then push it back into its place. Don't try to shove it in there, because you'll end up messing up the actual axle. But always support it with a bungee cord, preferably a bungee cord, or if you got like a metal thing that you rigged up. It's similar to holding the brake caliper up when you're doing your brake job, but unfortunately you don't have your coil to actually hold it there. Hopefully this helps anybody who has this issue. All right, take care.